Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today I'm going to show you some awesome money making methods for every stage of Hypixel Skyblock, and hopefully you can, after this video, be able to get yourself towards my level with a Shadow Assassin gear and all of that stuff, but maybe even go further with some of these awesome endgame methods as well. But yeah, before we get into it, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to see more of my videos, and also check out the streams. I've been streaming almost every day, so yeah, watch those, but let's get straight into it. Right, so in the very early game of the of Hypixel Skyblock, what I'd recommend is you start with some mining of just simple resources. Now, either you can do this with a rookie hoe, get telekinesis on it from the gold mines, and go and mine some of this wheat, which will get you a few coins to start off with. But once you start sort of moving your way up a little bit, you can get yourself a shovel. Now, the minimum is going to be what is it going to be? Gold shovel with efficiency 2. Now that is probably what I recommend at least, so if you have anything better than that, that's fine. But yeah, what you want to do is just head over to the Mushroom Desert and figure yourself out how to get your start farming sand is the thing I'm going to show you. So yeah, if you just keep doing this for a while, you will eventually get quite a lot of money from that, which is quite awesome, and you can make a good amount of coins from this. Just literally just farming sand early game. This can be very, very good. Now all of it's going into my sack currently, but yeah, they finally added a way to actually collect sand, so might as well use it to get some money in the early game, which is very good. Now this was really good when Jerry was mayor because you could do some cool things where when you would mine this stuff that you get Jerry's to spawn, then you could sell those Jerry boxes for hundreds of thousands of coins. But currently Jerry is not around anymore. But that moves on to my next method, which is going to be you definitely want to keep an eye on what mayor is in at the moment and all of that kind of stuff, because these guys can make you a lot of money. Now, obviously, for a while it's been Technoblade and Dante and stuff, but now we're back to normal, and we had Jerry and then Aatrox. Now, Aatrox is one of my favourite mayors because you can make a lot of money from him. Basically, what you have to do, I've shown this so many times, but what you have to do is you get yourself either a Maddox Batphone or just go to Maddox himself, start a Revenant Horror Tier 3. You start a Revenant Horror Tier 3, and then you kill it, and if it drops foul flesh, you'll make like a good 50,000 coins, which is really awesome. And you can make you'll make yourself a good amount of coins just by repeatedly doing that. Mainly because Aatrox's buffs this lasts for 2 days, 11 hours, so you'll still be able to do it by the time this video goes out. But yeah. If you get a few tier 3s done, and you'll get some foul flesh back, and with Aatrox you get it half price, and you get more chance of getting foul flesh, so you're very likely to actually make your money back or make profit. I mean, so yeah, that can be really good. I wouldn't suggest tier 4s unless you're only going for Slayer XP, because tier 4 you probably won't make your coins back every time because it costs 25k a piece. If it's not Aatrox, it costs 50k, so yeah, you probably won't make that. But yeah, moving on to more other seasonal events and stuff, we have the Jerry event. Now, this is my favourite event early game because you can get upwards of 1,000,000 coins just by doing one Jerry event. If you actually make it to the event, then you will get a lot of coins and stuff like that. And you can also collect the 20 presents from the floor, and those will sell for like 100k. I can show you now. I always sell my presents unless you're going for snow minions. There's no reason to keep them ready. But yeah, that's 125k, which is very awesome to start off with. Even if you can't do the event, you can still get 125k, which is very awesome. And yeah, another one I would definitely suggest for early game is relics. Now, obviously, I've shown this a few times as well, but I get a lot of new viewers every time, so might as well show it again. Basically, what you have to do is if you go to the Spider's Den and talk to this guy, he will tell you about relics. His name is the Archaeologist, I think. But yeah, if you head over here, and I can show you where some of the relic locations are. These things will give you 10,000 coins or 30,000 coins, depending on if it's an Uber relic or not. I think most of the Uber relics are underground in the Spider's place, so if you're early game, you probably won't be able to do many of them. I haven't done many of them myself, but yeah, there's a few up on the surface I want to show you. Now, the Archaeologist is just over here. You just talk to that guy, and then you go up to there's one up here, which is 10,000 coins for you. Just click on that. You have to click on him first, or you won't get your coins. Then there's one down here, just off the side here. There's a little door. I don't want to go down there because you probably will die. It's not very fun down there. But yeah, and then there's a couple more around this place, but you can look them up on the wiki and stuff. But yeah, that's most of the early game money making methods you want to do. You want to start I'd say you at this point you want to start working on your minions, obviously, and also your farms. Now, moving into mid game, sort of, you will need to sort of work on your minion setup and get this to be very good. Now, what I suggest starting with is getting a mining minion, but only putting a compactor in it, because you probably can't afford super compactors at this point. But if you get a lot of mining minions like redstone and lapis going, they'll give you good collections and everything like that, which is very awesome. If you want a more in-depth guide on minions, I will do have done specific videos on that, so definitely go check those out. But yeah, into middle game, we're going to do a few different things. Now, it starts with farming. Obviously, you need to set yourself up farms. I've got a cane farm here, but it obviously isn't. I don't think it's quite big enough even to do 20 minutes for the Jacobs event. Now, your goal will be to get at least bronze in a lot of events. Now, this is going to be really hard because they're getting harder and harder to do as more people like start doing them and stuff. But I've got 2 bronze medals, and many people don't know that you can actually trade up your medals. So if you get 8 bronzes, you can get yourself a gold medal. And the reason to do that is to get your mathematical hoe blueprint and get yourself a really good hoe. Now I use a sugarcane hoe because I only have a sugarcane farm. I've got a million cane farmed on it, which will give you a good amount of farming fortune and stuff like that. But I'd say you want to get your farming level up and you want to do Jacob's events. I'd say the best way to do that is with cane because it makes you the most money. Now you can use pumpkins. This pumpkin farm is atrocious, but you can use pumpkins, but I would suggest using cane. Alright, onto some more specific ones for mid game. We are going to go to the end. I'm going to show you a few things. Now, what I've thought of is I've shown off zealot farming obviously hundreds of times because it is a very good method, but what I would suggest you do is you try and leech dragons. Now, you get a few things from this. You get the main product is going to be you get fragments. Now I've got a lot of frags at the moment. I probably could sell this for a lot of coins. I get most of these from dungeons, but you can get some from leeching these dragons. And now the best way to do this is you farm the crystal frags that spawn, and if you can get skilled at actually getting those, you'll get yourself like 70,000 coins a time, which is very awesome for making yourself a good amount of money. Now, when you're waiting for that, you can farm zealots. Now, the way to do this is obviously, I'm using the complete wrong sword, but you need to have some decent weaponry and high speed is an important thing. Currently, I'm not in a speed set or anything, but if you can get to the point where you can one-shot zealots whilst if you can one-shot zealots whilst still being high speed, you're at a very good point. Now, some people will use god pots to do this, but you can just do it by being very good at this. Or you can actually use the Flower of Truth ability, which I didn't realise. But yeah, farming zealots, it can be decently profitable if you do it for a long time. But I'd say it's not the best method. You want to do the frags at the same time to make yourself the most coins possible and stuff like that. But yeah, one other thing I wanted to mention, this is something I haven't really done too much, but I think it could make you some money. I'm not going to be able to go there, am I? I'll go to my island? Yeah. So yeah, if you want to get some quick money, I'd say I haven't tried this yet, but you have the treasure hunter here. Now this is a recently added thing with the Mushroom Desert update. And then when you talk to this guy, he'll give you a tip. Now this tip costs you 50,000 coins, so directly it's not. It's actually 100 coins. Oh, that's actually very cheap. I think it changes based on how many you've done. I thought I saw something near the smallest stone pillar in the Oasis. Now I'm not exactly sure where that is, but I know that on the wiki you can find these things, and that's very easy to find if you you literally just look on the wiki and then boom, I found it already. But it's only 16 brown mushrooms, so I think it varies based on the reward. So if you pay 50,000 coins, you will get 50,000 coins back. But I don't know if 16 brown mushrooms would be profit or not. But yeah, you can get some cool stuff. I paid 50,000 coins for an enchanted cookie, and I think that sold for more than 50,000 coins, so you can make some coins from this. There's not too many other ways you can make money here, but yeah, it's very cool. You can do the pelts, but they're only for tier 12 minions, and that's very much a way to spend money and not really a way to make it. Now, onto some endgame stuff. I'm not too far into endgame. I've only sort of just reached it. I say I'd consider myself almost endgame. But I know a few people that have got very far and done stuff like this. But what I'd suggest is this is just a general method, but using the bestiary, you can make a few coins. Now, I just recently leveled mine up, so I won't be able to do it for a long time. But if you level up your bestiary, you get like 1,000,000 combat XP. But this is every other level, because when you do it, when you only do it like, I'm trying to think, when you get 2 health, or you get 1,000,000 combat XP, and I just got the 1,000,000 combat XP and managed to level up my blue whale pet 10 levels, and it's not even a combat pet. So if you did it with a good combat pet like a tiger, or a wolf maybe, or something like that, you can get yourself like 60 levels on it, and then sell that pet back to the auction house. Now this is a form of pet flipping, which is very profitable. If you just buy a level 1 pet, then level it up and then flip it, because people don't realise that a level 90 pet is only halfway to level 100, and they'll think that they should be worth similar prices, but they're really very different. So yeah, stuff like that. But yeah, that's a cool method you can do. I'm going to move on to some dungeon stuff now. I've been playing a lot more dungeons recently, and I managed to get myself Flower of Truth, which is very, very good. It's a very good weapon, as well as a full Shadow Assassin, which is expensive, but yeah, you get some good stuff out of it. Now, dungeons, overall, you probably won't make profit, honestly, because the gear you need to do this stuff is ridiculously expensive, but what else are you going to buy? So, yeah. In floor 6 is what I'm going to show you. Currently, I can't play floor 6, but people tell me in my streams every day, they say that floor 6 is the way to make money. What you want to do is you want to do flower runs. I've talked about this before, but flower runs are very useful, because you basically, what you have to do is you have to go kill the golems in the boss fight, Saden's boss fight, and they will eventually drop the stuff you need to make Flower of Truths, which will go for a lot in the auction house. I think they're called Ancient Roses. So yeah, you definitely want to do those. Flower runs are very, very useful, and stuff like that, which is very awesome. Now, next one, we're gonna move. I showed this in my last video, but in the deep caverns, you can go to the Dwarven mines and do sorrow farming. Now, this has recently been very heavily patched, so you can't do it as good, but there is still a method to do it, which hopefully I can explain without actually having the tools to do it, because I'm not really endgame enough to do this method, but hopefully I can show it off just as well. But yeah, basically what you want to do is you want to head towards the mist, which I believe is over this way, and yeah, if you head, there's also a treasure here if you haven't got it already, like mine, like right here, after talking to a guy over there, and you'll get a treasure. I've done a video on that as well. But yeah, heading to the mist, I think, where's the mist? I'm lost now. It's over here, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, yeah, so into the mist, I think you can no longer see ghosts, which is interesting. I saw this on 30 Virus's stream, so, oh no, you can still, but basically, yeah, you couldn't, I think they patched it so that you couldn't see the ghosts, but now you can. I'm gonna die if I stay here for too long, but can I not hit them with the, oh god, these guys do a lot of damage. Yeah, I'm gonna die if I stay down here. I do not have enough mana to get out as well. This is not good. Yeah, my piggy bank got cracked, frick. Okay. Yeah, but farming, sorry, is the way you want to do it is with a soul whip, and probably you need like full Necron or something like that to do it. A soul whip is very useful because you can like hit them all really easily, and it's like a fishing rod thing. But yeah, it does a lot of damage to them, and it can be very useful. Now, I'd suggest putting down a radiant orb or something to help you survive down there as well, but you can very easily die down there, so be careful. Now, last one I want to talk about is obviously farming again. I've talked about cane, I've talked about pumpkins, but I didn't tell you about netherwort. Now, netherwort is one of the most interesting crops because I'd say it's the most expensive to farm, but you can get a lot back from it. Now, you're going to need a hoe, that's good. You also need a very high farming level. You may even want to buy, like, the extra farming drops from Jacob. They cost so much, but you may want to do it. Now, to farm netherwort, you need a lot of stuff, but yeah, I don't have replenish on this hoe, but yeah, you can farm it. I have a different hoe for netherwort. I actually have a netherwort hoe because I've only got 1 gold medal or something like that. So yeah, but yeah, you farm netherwort just like this. I suggest making it, if you make it in 4s, then you can go along like this and do it. But the reason this is not great in 1.8 is because you see the hitboxes, they don't change based on the height of the netherwort. So, but if you're in 1.16, you can come along like this and hit the tops. Which is one advantage, but the rest in 1.16 is really glitchy, so I don't use it. But yeah, hitting all of this stuff, it can get you a lot of coins if you have a lot of it. Now, I have a big one down here, but I haven't sorted it out properly yet, and I need to make it like 4s and then stack them on top of each other. which is how you want to do it. But the reason it's expensive is because obviously you need to have really good gear to do it. You need an elephant pet probably, and it can make you very, very good money if you are very well geared to do it. That's why I've classed it as an endgame money making method. But yeah, that is pretty much all of the money making methods I can think of. That was a lot of talking, and I hope you did enjoy. But yeah, I do stream that every day, so definitely check those out. I'm going to be streaming later on when this video goes out, so go check that out. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.